Hi guys, I hope I should be visible and audible by this time this gets transmitted. Let's hope so. I am also looking at the chat, so please let me know if you can hear and see me clearly so that we can start right away. So I'm waiting for comments. Please post your comments if audio and video are good. So the moment I have a go ahead from my team or on the chat, if everything is all right, let me jump and start the session. So please comment. I can see that my video is live. I can't put it on uh, loud because again this will go. Okay, so good to go. I have a confirmation both on WhatsApp and on the chat, so good to go. So yeah, I hope everything is all right then. So IPMAT exam for CAT 2021, about 25 days left for your indoor paper, and then the next day is supposedly your Rotak, and then we don't have any information on when is GIPMAT going to be conducted, right? So how do you use this 25 days and prepare well? That is what this session is going to be. We'll keep it short as much as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments. I will keep checking the comments so that any comments you can let me know, right? Before you start with, the link is also available in the description. You can check out and take up the course at a huge discount. So you get the green course for 2021 cat 2021 IPMAT at 9,000. This will also include all the remaining live classes from now until the exam. So you also get the live classes for free, complimentary from us, included in your green course at 9,000. There is a discount of 3,000 available. So if you want to, the link is there in the description and in the chat. You can click there, go sign up for this. So yeah. So important dates to remember. IPM indoor is 16th of July. So remember that. IPM Rohtak originally was on 19th of June, but now they have postponed it to 17th of July, right next to indoor. So remember that you got to uh, tackle two exams back to back, and also think about what do I ideologically shift between indoor and Rohtak in terms of how do I approach the paper and all of that. So remember, GIPMAT, the last date for registration is 30th of June. You still have time. If you haven't registered yet, you still have about 10-12 days. Please go and register if you haven't registered yet, right? Always good to register for these exams, write the exams, convert, and then you feel like, hey, anything lesser than indoor, not my cup of tea. Then ignore them after that point. Ignore them after you've converted the seat and then knowing them. Don't take chances right now. Right now, if you have a chance to apply for all three, go ahead and apply for all three. Don't think about any which way. I'm not going to take anything lesser than indoor. Why should I do this type thing? So don't do that, right? So these are the important dates. Will the indoor exam get postponed? Not likely, not likely. But we don't know. See, where we are headed, we really don't know because of how COVID is panning out. People are claiming that in Maharashtra or particularly in Mumbai, in 2-3 weeks, third wave can begin. If it indeed does, and Mumbai is a major metropolitan where a lot of students want to take IPMAT and there is hardcore restrictions, then maybe they'll come up with some other way. Maybe they'll make it take at home. Maybe they'll figure out some way. So far, they have been steadfast at not making it a take at home exam, but more of you got to come to the center and write the exam. That is what they have said so far. So remember that. So will it get postponed? We don't know. We don't know. Keep watching. We will also post any moment we get any information. We will keep posting that. So follow us on YouTube. Do hit the subscribe button because whenever we post something, you will get a notification. If you click the bell icon, you will get a notification. So whenever we go live, you will get a notification. It helps so that you don't miss out on any relevant information. Yeah. So that is there. You can also follow us on Facebook. We have a group called 2IM IPMAT and CLAT. So you can follow us there. We will also post information there whenever we get any new information. Uh, we will post information there. So follow us on multiple platforms so that you don't miss out on any relevant new information. Right? Admit card released, I'm not sure. I don't think it is released yet. But if it is released, if we can download, we will let you know. We will definitely let you know. As on date, I don't have that information, but I shall check it out and get back to you. Or one of my colleagues will do that right away and see if admit cards have not released or have released. We will give you that information. Right. So out of the three, indoor is the, at least we don't know anything about IPMAT. Between Rohtak and indoor is the tougher exam of the two. It doesn't have to mean anything per se. What do you mean by that? Because the exam is tougher doesn't mean your chances are out. It is only tougher for everybody. So you got to compete with everybody the same way as you compete for Rohtak. So remember that. So that being said, we'll go ahead and look at some parts where how do we prepare for these sections, right? So first, we will start with quant, because indoor paper does not even have DALR, it has only quants. 40 questions in multiple choice format, 20 questions in short answer format, right? So quants is a very crucial part for your indoor paper. So prepare well. We'll give you an outline of how do you spend this next 25 days in terms of preparing for quant. Go ahead and start with arithmetic. It is basic, it helps. What is arithmetic? Your percentages, profit and loss, time, speed, distance, races, work time, pipe system, all of these are, and even averages for that matter, are arithmetic. Prepare arithmetic, it gives you a good base to start with. With the amount of time that you have, probably you should complete your entire arithmetic preparation in like 5-6 days, every day at least 3 hours, 4 hours, but finish it off straight off the bat. Once that is over, go ahead and solve geometry, learn geometry, solve a lot of questions and practice, right? And then go on to do inequalities, functions, log. All of these are super important. Lots of questions from logarithm, exponents, in tough formats, right? So go through those questions as well. Geometry and inequalities, functions, logarithm, all of them are important. You should not miss out on them. In another 10 days, complete permutation probability and number theory, right? Know the basics well and then focus on tougher questions. IPMAT does test you, at least the indoor paper does test you on tougher ideas. So remember that. Right, so this is for quant. The last 5 days you wouldn't be preparing anything but revising and recollecting your formulae and solving more questions and all of that. Right. For VARC, read a lot, go through past papers, and then solve bunch of reading comprehension passages. We do have a reading comprehension session at 8 o'clock. So it is a free session on the other YouTube channel. So the link is there in the chat right now. So you can come there and go through two fantastic passages, reading comprehension passages explained in detail for free. So definitely attend that session as well, right? That starts at 8 o'clock. So VRC practice plays a big role. Your synonyms, antonyms, they are not going to be out of the world. They are going to be in some ways testing how well read are you. So start reading. It is never late to start reading. So start reading, read bunch of articles, read 1 or 2 novels, and solve bunch of questions from verbal ability and reading comprehension. Your sentence rearrangement, pick the odd sentence out, sentence, para summary, all of them. So try and answer a bunch of these questions. And then LRDI is DI is applicable for indoor paper. About 5 questions in data interpretation appears inside the quant section, inside the multiple choice question section. No logical reasoning for the indoor paper. For Rohtak paper, there is a one section 40 questions for logical reasoning, but the logical reasoning is real simple. There will be sequences, arrangements. If you put your head down, you can prepare. right? Go check out Rohtak paper. The question papers are available here. So last year's paper is definitely available here. The link will be posted in the chat. So open this link, bookmark it, keep it open, and then check out logical reasoning questions from the Rohtak section. I can tell you hand on heart, it does not need loads of preparation, but you need to have some practice. So practice them and see where it takes you, so that you can prepare for the logical reasoning section for the Rohtak, especially that you don't have any separate preparation window for your Rohtak. If indoor stays the same, 16th and 17th, 2 days right after each other is the other is indoor and Rohtak paper. So you wouldn't have any time per se for that preparation. So remember that. And in Rohtak, you have only multiple choice questions throughout the paper, no short answers. There is up and downside of having multiple choice questions. So in indoor, those 20 questions don't carry negative mark. The short answer questions don't uh, carry any negative marks, but the remaining sections, uh, any question with the multiple choice will carry negative mark. No LR in indoor paper. Yeah, no LR in indoor paper. LR is applicable on in LR is a separate section with 40 questions in Rohtak paper. Okay. So yeah, so pretty much use your time from now until the exam preparing all three sections, with more focus towards quant, second focus towards VARC, and very least amount of focus towards LRDI. Right? Important things to remember. You guys have been through plus two, 14 years of schooling and all of that, right? You guys are sharp, but remember, these are some suggestions from our side, so that you don't make some rookie mistakes, right? Cut-off trends from the past, about 55% of the paper you get right, you're through, right? If you have any reservation quota, the cutoff goes down, further down. So remember that. Importance of negative marks is very crucial in this juncture. So you should in your board papers, for example, you will look to answer every single question that is there in the question paper. Here it is not so. If you attend only 50% of the paper accurately, correctly, then you are through. If you attend 60% of the paper with some mistakes here and there, then still you are through. If you attend 100% of paper with very bad accuracy, then your negative marks will eat into your 50% of your marks required. So negative marks is super critical. You will also not have time to solve every question, which means about 120 minutes for a 120-minute paper or a 100-question paper, about a minute and a half for every question, which means every question you got to rush in a minute. Don't do that. Every section thereabouts of 50-60% of the paper, if you can answer in that timeline, go for it. In math, about about 40 minutes for 40 questions, don't answer all 40, answer 20, but make sure you nail those 20 and then you get the right marks, right? So make sure for short answers you spend 3-4 minutes per question and get 10, 15, 12 of them right, then you are through. You don't have to worry about answering every question. You don't have to worry about insanely tough questions. Remember that very clearly, right? What is maximizing your results, right? With the available amount of time, the limited amount of time that is available, what is the best outcome that you can bring is not by not answering 100 questions, but by answering 54 questions. Then that is the best outcome that you can bring to the table. So remember that. Don't worry, don't get worked up about not being able to answer, either because of the toughness or because of unavailability of time inside the paper. Make sure whatever questions you attend them correctly. Only if you know the right answer, you mark the answer, otherwise don't mark the answer. That is how you maximize your results. So these are some of the very crucial things that you need to remember, because you are used to attempting all questions and getting 98 marks out of 100. In this paper, the best candidates would have scored about 60% of marks of the entire paper. If it is out of 400, we are looking at 160, 200, 210. If it is out of 300, we are looking at 150, 160. So remember that. So you don't have to answer every single question. That is a trap that people can very easily fall into. So don't fall into that. uh, what would be the safe score for EWS category candidate? I am not sure. You should check out if there is any RTI from last year from IIM Indoor. If it is there, then you can get that information. discuss about all IIMs. There are about five IIMs, I guess. So first and foremost is IIM Indoor, right? IIM Indoor conducts its own IPMAT, and then you have Rohtak. Rohtak conducts its own IPMAT, and then you have IIM Ranchi, which takes IIM Indoor score and SAT score and GIPMAT score, I guess. I'm not sure about the third part, but I'm sure about IIM Indoor scores being taken by IIM Ranchi as well. So IIM Ranchi uh, is also coming up with the IPMAT paper, right? And then GIPMAT is Joint Integrated Program in Management Aptitude Test conducted by both Gaya and Jammu put together. We have very little information on how the question paper, toughness, all of that for GIPMAT. You should check out the other video about GIPMAT where professors from IIM, both Gaya and Jammu were present. So you should definitely check out the other video in our channel. Let me also share the link if I can get hold of it. Yeah, I have found the link. I'm sharing it right away so that you can you can take a look at this video later, because it is actually the convener and professors who are actually conducting this exam have participated in this session. The link is available in the comments. So check that out as well for more information on GIPMAT. Right? Will any sample paper be released? We hope, we want it to be released, but we don't know if it is released already. I don't think they have released any sample paper. uh, what else? Is there anything that we are missing? What strategy? Strategy is what we discussed so far. Make sure you don't attempt everything. Make sure you attempt limited number of questions but get all of them right. Look to attempt about 50-60% of the paper. See, again, I could be completely wrong. My information is based on what happened last year, right? If your paper is much tougher than last year's paper, maybe 50% is going to be an overkill. Only 35% of the answering the questions is going to get you an admission. Right? If the paper is much simpler than last year, then 50% of the paper is going to be underperforming. So 70% of the paper should be a good score. So my point is, compare with the, check out IIM Indoors last year's paper and see how tough the paper is. Right? Take marks, take enough marks about the level of IPM, and then think about how am I going to assess this? How am I going to solve? So be at your best. That is, you see, if you can answer 75 questions, absolutely correct. Why should you worry about 58 questions? Should I answer the 60th question or not? If you can answer, go for it and answer. Right? Maximizing is what is the best that you can bring to the table. Remember that. So do your best during the exam. Don't miss out on, don't make silly mistakes. Again, another thing that a lot of people do, there will be options that are waiting for you to fall for the trap. So don't fall for those traps. So make sure you don't make any silly mistakes, and then nail as many questions as you can get completely right and see where it takes you. Right? uh, any news about IIM Bangalore or other IIMs? We are not sure. But the moment we get any information, we will let you know. So please hit the subscribe button, because when we post any news on this, you will get information right away. Otherwise, you'll have to wait and maybe you'll miss out on some important information. So please hit the subscribe button. Uh, we also hope that older IIMs other than indoor should uh, venture into IPM. We hope, we wish it happened, but there is no information with us that we can tell you with enough clarity that hey, this IIM is coming up with. We don't have any information. We really don't have any information on that front. Right. Books for verbal ability. Go search for Bharat's reading list. You will have a lot of passages. If you follow us on Instagram, we'll also post questions on a daily basis. You can answer and check out have you gotten things right or wrong. So yeah, somebody from our team has posted Bharat's reading list as well. So please check it out. Follow us on Instagram too. I am cat preparation. If you follow us there, then you will get questions on the articles that we post as well. Right? So any more questions, we'll look to answer. Okay. Another important topic that we wanted to cover is mocks. How many mocks? When should I begin my mocks? Should I wait to complete my syllabus? All of these. Right? How and when to begin mocks? You should start taking your mock now. Right? Which brings us to the next question. Should I complete my syllabus to start my mocks? Which means you'll probably end up taking one mock in the last 3 days. Don't do that. This paper, if I'm being very honest, can be answered if there is no time limit. You should be able to answer about 50-60% of the paper without any preparation, without any time limit. You think about it, you approach it, you should be able to answer, which means with the time limit you need practice. So you should start your mocks now, because taking a mock and taking value from analyzing the mock, right? Analysis of mock is actually very critical. So you take a mock, spending 3 hours, 2 hours, 120 minutes doing that, and then you should analyze your mock and then go through every single answer that is given, not only the question that you have missed or not only the question that you have attempted and gotten wrong, but go through answers of every single question given, so that you know how to approach this. It is also a learning process, right? You spend 2 hours in taking a mock, you should spend at least 2 hours to 4 hours analyzing a mock. It is important, right? When should I take my first mock? If it is too late today, take your first mock tomorrow. How much have I prepared? It doesn't matter. Otherwise, you will think about completing the syllabus. You will never end up with the point where you feel like, Happa, I finished my syllabus. Now I am going to take my marks. That day is never going to come. So don't wait to finish syllabus. Don't wait to have confidence of, okay, I have finished four subjects. Now 4 parts, now I can take the mark. Don't wait for any of that. You have 4 weeks left, take one mark a week. Maybe last but 1 week take 2 marks, but take one mark a week. Don't, otherwise you can't take in that information that you learn from your mock and assimilate it and be able to implement it in your next exam. So make sure you take enough marks, make sure you start taking marks right away. It is important, right? How to analyze marks, we have discussed that. When to begin? Now. How? Take up some course. 2IM offers testing course as well, so you can go to ipm.2im.com and check out our green course or our testing course for IPM program for 21, 22, 23. For all 3 years we have programs, so if you want to, please kindly check it out, right? But mocks is a very crucial part. How you learn from mocks is super critical, so remember that. To reiterate again, we have a fabulous 3000 offer on our course. You can go there, click, and if you're looking at IPMAT 2021 course, the green IPMAT 2021 course, the course validity is supposed to end in end of July, but if GIPMAT exam happens in August, we will keep the validity open until August. So don't worry about what is the validity. Oh, the course ends in end of July. Don't worry about that. We'll take care of that. There is about 3000 off. At 9000 you get fantastic course tailor made for IPMAT, and it sits on a learning management system. You don't have to worry about Facebook distracting you, WhatsApp distracting you. You can sit there and prepare on a silo and take loads of tests and mock tests as well, right? You should check it out. The link is there in the description and in the chat, so kindly check it out. Please hit the subscribe button. It matters to us. The more we get subscribers, better we can reach out to people. So please hit the subscribe button. Click on like if you haven't liked the video yet. So yeah, any other questions can be answered. NPAT, I'm not sure. If the syllabus is there, then compare it to the indoor and then see how you can go about it. What else? Age criteria: 18 plus is eligible, 20 plus is not eligible. That is what I've heard. GIPMAT apparently has not mentioned any upper age limit. Indore and Rohtak have an upper age limit as 20. So kindly, if you are approaching 20, then it is the right time to take this exam. If you have crossed 20, then this exam is not for you, or the series of exams are not for you. Right? What else? I guess we have answered pretty much every question that was given to us. So if you have any questions, now would be a good time to post it in the comments. We'll wait for a minute or so. If we don't get any new questions, then we'll close the session as well. Right? Prepare well, guys. You still have time. There is enough time to prepare. A lot of people prepare in the last 1 month. Know that. and lot of people don't take this exam seriously. So if there are 20,000 people writing this exam, about 10,000 people are writing it because their parents asked them to write. The remaining, maybe I'm even exaggerating by saying 10,000. About 15,000 are not taking it seriously. The last 2,000 is what is your actual competition, right? So fight for it. There is still hope. There is still time for you to prepare well and take up on this exam. So remember that, right? Um, GRE words, GRE exam tests lot of words, so you don't have to worry too much about it. It is tough vocabulary being tested in GRE, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you can learn 4 words and spend 5 minutes and learn 4 words, might as well learn them, right? How to do the logarithm, go through a proper class logarithm. If you're thinking about 2IM's class, this Saturday's class is logarithms basics, this coming Monday's class is exponential logarithm tougher. So if you're worried about log and you want to learn from the experts in the right way, and if you haven't signed up yet, you should sign up. You should definitely check it out. If you are already 2IM student, then you know you shouldn't miss this Saturday's class or this Monday's class. So remember that. Right? I think we have answered pretty much all the questions, guys. Is IPMAT worth it? During final placement, PGP students are preferred. I am not sure. See, in IPMAT, sorry, in PGP, right? Even inside PGP, if you look at them, some freshers will have some disadvantage. Some people with 5 years of work ex will have some disadvantage over others. The median 24 to 36 months is a juicy bracket. Right? Doesn't mean you don't have a chance at all. You have a chance. You have a fighting chance to get into this. I don't see. It could be some companies prefer PGP students. It could be, but not every student. Sorry, not every company. Some companies might, no doubts about it. Likewise, some companies might prefer freshers, which means you have a fighting chance, and they will not consider a lot of, for example, FMCG companies. They don't want somebody with 5 years of work ex. They want fresh blood, right? Which means you are there in the bracket to get there. And I think IIM Indoors IPMAT program is well received in the industry as well. I belong to OBC, instead belong to general in the central list. If you are central list general, then you are general, because there is a central list OBC applicable only if you are applicable in that list, and then if you are non-creamy layer, your NCOBC will kick in, otherwise it won't. You will be a general candidate. Paper be provided to do rough work? I think yes. I signed in the last 2 months, super Kiran. So make sure you don't miss out on the next two classes, next three classes, because today at 8 o'clock we have another class for reading comprehension on our YouTube channel. So yeah, what are the topics that a non-math should prepare to compete in the exam? If you're a non-math student, start with arithmetic. Fantastic place to start. Once you are done with arithmetic, go ahead and do geometry, and then do some set theory, logarithm functions, right? Another thing that I should convey here very clearly is that all most parts, about 95% of your math being tested in this exam is going to be from 10th standard or lesser syllabus, not plus 1 plus 2. There is no integration, no differentiation, nothing that is being tested in these exams, which means you have a fighting chance even if you did not do plus 1 plus 2 math. So remember, right? Anything else, if you have any other questions, kindly post. I will also share the link for the next session. Click on that and then wait for it. At 8 o'clock, we'll start the next session on our other channel. Please click on subscribe. It matters to us. It means a lot if you can subscribe and click on the bell icon as well. Right. Syllabus is complete. What should be my average study time? Spend about 3-4 hours every day in total studying. More than enough. If you are yet to finish your syllabus, you'll need lot of time. But otherwise, you should. Advanced math, go with geometry, logarithms, exponents, and then permutation probability. These are the topics you should look at if you are done with arithmetic. Check out last year's paper as well. See what are the different types of questions that have been tested and compare, and then see where it takes you. That is also important. Right? Super guys, I guess we've had a good session. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. All the best for your exams. Kindly click on subscribe so that whenever we post any relevant information, you will get that information. Right? Cheers, guys. All the best. All the best.